Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we talk with local health officials about what to expect after a spike in COVID-19 cases here in eastern Kentucky this past weekend. And as Kentucky continues to reopen at one pace, many are thinking those plans could be changed to better suit individual communities.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. Today is Tuesday, June 16th, and those temperatures out there yesterday were pretty nice, and it wasn't too bad outside, but let's go ahead and bring in Brandon Robinson for a look at what we can expect for today as we end this week of spring. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Lacey. More chances for scattered showers are around today. Maybe more on the stray side, but we're seeing already some in the parts of the Big Sandy this morning, all the way down into parts of Letcher County. Now, some of these may not be reaching the ground, but again, it's showing up on Doppler, so we're going to count them for now. Let's take a look at our temperatures this morning, and you'll see those refreshing back in the low to mid 50s, some upper 50s around this morning. Kind of a different story today, but still a very mild start to the day out there. Unseasonably mild this morning, as temperatures in the low morning temperatures are usually in the 60s, and we should be around 82 for a daytime high. 73, I think, is about the best we'll get under partly to mostly cloudy skies, and those stray chances for rain will hang around off and on throughout the day as well. The extended forecast is on the way here in just a few minutes. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. The Kentucky River District Health Department saw a spike in cases this past Saturday and Sunday. And it is a reminder that this pandemic is far from over. And Scott Locker, Kentucky River District Public Health Director, encourages people not to get complacent, while emphasizing that the right precautions help and protect you and others.
We are not through with COVID-19. It is still out there. It is still spreading from person to person. So if you don't have to be in a mass gathering, please don't be.
Lockhart says no individual should be blamed for contracting the virus, and that we all need to focus on prevention and preparation to ensure our communities, their members, stay safe. A few ways people can do that is by continuing to wash their hands thoroughly, wearing masks, and social distancing. And yesterday was the last day to request an absentee ballot for the June 23rd primary election. Absentee voting is encouraged for this election because of coronavirus. Michael Adams, Secretary of State, says that requesting a ballot is simple and it's a one step in the overall process, and that it helps keep the integrity of the election intact during these unusual circumstances.
And the reason we require requests is so we can verify information. We require every voter to verify identity before they can get an absentee ballot, again, to avoid vote fraud.
The deadline to return the absentee ballot is June 23rd. It has to be turned into the clerk's office or be postmarked by that date. There will be at least one in-person polling location on Election Day in each county. And as cities continue their reopening process, many are thinking that it could be done differently. An idea first pitched by Somerset Mayor Alan Keck is now being championed a little bit further east. Brandon Shepard is the co-owner of Shep's Place and is also a Corbin City Commissioner. He believes that the blanket approach to reopening in Kentucky could be amended, allowing local governments to reopen on their own schedule.
There's a lot of people maybe still in unemployment that, the federal money is fixing to run out for the additional $600. So I do think that we need to start having this conversation on what our next steps on the local area is in order to safely reopen and to make sure that people can put food on their table.
Shepard says that he wants to prevent any more hardship to families, but knows public health does come first. And children in Kentucky will not be going to Trooper Island this year. State police announced yesterday that the annual summer camp is canceled because of COVID-19. The state police commissioner challenged his Trooper Island camp staff to develop a free virtual camp, and they created videos for the kids. The first episode will be on the KSP YouTube channel beginning on June 30th. And we learned last night that a part-time employee at the Letcher County Jail has tested positive for the virus. Jail officials tell us that they are testing everyone at the facility who came into contact with that person, including 8 inmates. They are waiting for test results to come back. And in Laurel County, deputies said that a 911 call from a 5-year-old on what led to wanton endangerment charges against 2 parents this past weekend. The child said that they could not wake their father. When deputies arrived, they say they found Stephen Chandler and Nyla Callahan intoxicated. They also found an AR-15 where another child was sleeping. Both are charged with first-degree wanton endangerment and were taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center early on Sunday morning. And in Wayne County, a rescue squad member was injured in a hit and run on Saturday afternoon. The sheriff was asking for help in identifying the vehicle and its driver. The sheriff says a silver or gray Jeep Cherokee Laredo hit a Wayne County rescue squad member as that member was helping block a road during a fatal accident investigation. The vehicle had a Kentucky license plate with the first 3 characters being 070. The driver is said to have gray or salt and pepper hair. The rescue squad member was taken to the Wayne County Hospital and was treated and released. If you have any information, you should contact the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, we talked with the Supreme Court made a landmark ruling yesterday, expanding the reach of the Civil Rights Act in the workplace.
The forecast continues to stay a little bit on the back and forth side with those clouds and cooler temperatures. We'll talk about it in about 3 minutes.